Hey everybody, I'm Chef Tom with atbbq.com, and this is pulled pork nachos. Today we're cooking up a slow smoked pork shoulder, an overnight cook that we're gonna shred into pulled pork and throw on top of nachos. What could be better? We're starting out with a Boston butt pork shoulder here. We've got some stuff on the surface that we need to trim off. Anytime I see some of this silver skin or even a little bit of cartilage, which there's a little bit of right here, we're gonna trim that right off of there. I'm just gonna use my hands to feel if there's anything. So right here, there's something especially hard. There's a little bit of bone left, and you're just gonna trim that right off of there. Now you don't have to be super fancy with your trimming here. In the end, this is all gonna get shredded up, so it's not like you're gonna have to make this presentation really nice. On this side, I like to score the fat cap just to get some seasoning down in the middle, and also it kind of breaks up the chunks of fat in the end. I love having this extra fat on here, but at the same time, I don't want it all coming off in one big sheet. When we score it like this, it'll break up into the pulled pork, and you kind of get these little pockets of crispy fat. Now on the opposite side from the fat cap, you're gonna find this little crevice, and a lot of times there'll be some kind of gross stuff. There's a little vein of something there, a little extra cartilage. We're gonna trim all of that off. In fact, we're gonna open up this whole crevice and trim off all the silver skin and that extra stringy stuff so it doesn't work its way into our pulled pork. So that's about the extent of the trimming to be done on the pork butt. Let's get it seasoned up. Now before we start seasoning, I'm just gonna hit this with a little bit of duck fat, just for a binder, a little something extra on the outside to help things hold on. And the seasoning we're using today is the Cattleman's Grill Roadhouse. This is technically designed for beef, but it's actually fantastic for pork. It's a savory rub. It's got some Southwest flavors, some of that cumin, some chipotle in there, so this is gonna work out great for our nachos. So we'll season this fat cap pretty generously, kind of working that rub down into the scores. And then we'll hit every other side. We've got all of this surface exposed as well, so we're gonna make sure we get some seasoning on the inside. And then all around the sides as well. So you want to give that rub just a few minutes to kind of set up, attach, connect to the surface of the meat, and then this thing is ready to go onto the smoker. Now today we're cooking on the Yoder Smokers YS1500s Outlander series. We're going to be doing both our smoking and our high temp cooking inside of the wood-fired oven on the same grill. That's what I love about this setup. We're going to start this thing in the nighttime. I know it's not the nighttime right now, but last night I put a pork butt on at about 10:30 p.m. before I went to bed. I set the grill to 190 and just let it ride all night long. Doesn't matter if it's 8 hours or 12 hours, it's gonna be fine. It's not gonna overcook. In the morning, you pump that temperature up, as you'll see here in a minute, and that's when we can finish the cook. Let's throw this thing up here on the top shelf. Let it get started. So after smoking this pork butt all night long, that low temperature, I've turned it up to 250. It's been sitting there for about 2 hours. You can see we've got this beautiful like red mahogany bark formed on the outside. It's come up to about 160 internal. We're ready to wrap this thing. So as we wrap this thing, we're gonna add some liquid here to kind of let the pork braise into some pineapple juice. We're gonna add 1 little can of pineapple juice in here and then wrap this up nice and tight. Back onto the grill. Back onto the second shelf. We're gonna smoke this thing until we can pull that blade bone out and everything is shreddable. This pork butt's been wrapped for a couple of hours now. See that blade bone poking out? Doesn't take much effort to pull that out of there. So that's how we know this is ready to shred. At this point, we're gonna turn the grill temp up to 400 degrees. Because we're going to be utilizing the wood-fired oven. In order to do that, we got to pull this damper out, and that lets the flame work its way on the top side of this oven so that we can get some browning from the top down. One of the things I love about doing pulled pork is you really don't need to let this roast rest at all for those juices to redistribute, because as we shred this up, it's gonna soak up all that pineapple and pork juice in the bottom. You just gotta wait until you can actually handle it when it's not too hot. Pro tip, use some cottons underneath your nitriles. It gives you a nice heat barrier. So as we shred all of this up, and again, we took out like most of the kind of gross stuff that you don't wanna chew on, so we don't have to worry about picking it out now. But as you shred this up, you can see it's soaking up all of that liquid. Look, it goes right back into the meat. Next, we're gonna make a queso or a cheese sauce. I don't know how authentic this queso is, so maybe we'll call it cheese sauce to go over the top of our nachos. We're using the sodium citrate technique today. So we've got 3/4 cup of water. We're adding 2 teaspoons of sodium citrate. This is just a derivative of citric acid, but it's an emulsifier. So it basically allows you to turn any cheese into a cheese sauce. Now once that water comes to a boil and the sodium citrate is dissolved, we're gonna add our cheese. We got 8 ounces of cheddar cheese that we're using today, sharp cheddar. About a little bit at a time, let it melt, and then another handful. I know it doesn't look like it's gonna come together, but I promise it will. You can use a milk or a cream or something like that, but it's honestly a little bit unnecessary, I think. It does make it a little bit more rich, but you'll see this is gonna come out more like ballpark cheese sauce. All right, last of the cheddar going in now. Turn this down just a little bit more since we got a good simmer going. And the last thing that we're gonna add is some fire roasted green chilies. This is a 505. Just to pop that flavor. All right, now we can turn this to low and just let it hang out, stay warm. All right, we're building a sheet pan of nachos here that's gonna go into the wood-fired oven. Let's get our chips down first. Get everything spread out evenly. Start throwing on some toppings. I'm gonna start with some pulled pork. This is a great use for leftover pulled pork as well. You don't even have to intentionally be making these nachos. You could just have leftover pulled pork and roll them right into this. Next, I've got about a 1/2 cup of black beans. I'm gonna spread those around. Also got about a 1/2 cup of feta. I love the tang of feta when it comes to nachos. You could also use cotija. That would be another great cheese to put on here. And then we've got 1 cup of Chihuahua cheese. We're gonna put that on top because we want that to get a little brown on there. Back to the Yoder now. This time we're going inside the wood-fired oven at 400. We'll check on this in about 5 minutes and give it a spin. First look. Oh yeah, that cheese is getting nice and melty. And some browning around the edges there. A little browning on top already. This is only gonna need a few more minutes. So just about 8 minutes total. I think we've got plenty of browning on here. Let's go finish these off. Going over the top with our cheese sauce now. Get that fully smothered. Then we're gonna do some dollops of one of my favorite salsas, the Marty's roasted green chili. One of the things I always hate about when you go out to a restaurant, like they put everything right in the center and it's just up to you to like figure out how to distribute it evenly. So we're gonna move it all around the place. Make it a little bit easier. And then finish it off with a drizzle of sour cream. All right, let's get a taste. Man, freaking love nachos. Melted cheese on chips has been a love of mine all my life. But then you put this smoky pulled pork on top of that, with the queso, the sour cream, that salsa kind of tangs and sweetens everything up. Love this. Well, thank you guys so much for watching. Be sure to check out atbbq.com for all the products featured in today's video. If you enjoy the recipe, hit that subscribe button. And if you have any questions or comments or there's anything you'd like to see me cook, let me know in the comment section down below, and let's be good to one another. For more recipes, tips, and techniques, head over to atbbq.com/thesauce. All things barbecue, where barbecue legends are made.